Here we are, back again. I'm going to remove the fiberboard on the surround of the beam here, just so we can get a better look at the beam. And then I might start removing some more of the tongue groove on that side or over on that side. Fortunately, on that side, I've revealed the space above the tongue groove upstairs, so I can kind of start it off by just pushing it from upstairs, which makes life easier. And then hopefully I can just rip straight across that central area. This side, a little bit more difficult, but not much. Anyway, on y va. So I'm going to go upstairs, and this leading edge of the tongue groove is accessible from upstairs. If I push that down, it gives me a head start to get into it with the crowbars to take it off. I just want to make sure it doesn't all fall down, because I've got some glass down here that I don't want to smash. But I'll just give it a start with Mr. Big Crowbar. Back in a sec. Well, I think it's time for that wall to go. So last time I took down one of the walls, it didn't create too much dust. So I'm going to move these things out of the way, put a bit of plastic over some of that, perhaps over that, and then give it some welly.
Well, that's a lot tidier, isn't it? So that plinth at the bottom looks pretty grim. That's just too thin on the concrete, too thick on the rubble. The wall here, thin wall, is hiding the staircase. That's going to have to go pretty soon, along with the wall over there on the right that isn't actually supporting the beam above it. So we'll do the big wall and this wall here soon enough. But I think the next task is probably to wander outside and go around the back and have a look at one of the barns or sheds. First of all of the rubble that I've taken out, you can see here under the lean-to at the bottom. On top of it, you can see the sink from the kitchen, and on top of that is the piles of plasterboard and polystyrene sandwich from upstairs. Behind that's the bath. Behind that, lots of bits of kitchen furniture. On the left, doors. So let's wander back inside and look for a pair of gloves and some tools, and we'll nip outside and have a look at that barn. But before we do that, it'd be really good if you'd subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And if you've liked it, click the thumbs up. And when you're subscribing, if you click the little bell notification, our dear friends at YouTube will send you a note to tell you that another episode has dropped in. So this looks all pretty good. I guess we'll just wander outside then, shall we? Off we go. Well, this is a dilapidated shed in the back garden. It suffered a fire. There's quite a lot of evidence of burnt wood around the edge. So it's going to come down. It's on a concrete plinth. That's going to go too. Because, let's face it, that's one shed too many. We've got a little shed over there. That's going to be the writing shed. We've got the bread oven there and the pig pen there. So that's all the sheds we need. This one can go. This left-hand wall seems to be made of tar paper with battening. So that should be fairly quick to get rid of. The front face is wood planks, the roof, corrugated iron, and there's a pile of corrugated iron and mess at the front here which also needs to be got rid of before we start doing garden work. So I've just been using the generator because the extension lead won't reach round here. So the generator hooked up to a hedge trimmer, and I've been cutting all of the brambles on the side and at ground level so that I can get to the wall and start hacking away at it to pull it down. Round the back here, there's still quite a lot of brambles and trees and stuff. So I'm going to have to move the generator into there, carry on cutting. And once I've actually got relatively clear access all the way round, I can get a ladder in here, climb up and see how easy it is to remove that tin roof. So that's where we are, and I'll carry on doing that. Looking at it, there is a latch, which would imply that that is a door. And there's a shield bug climbing around. Let's see if... Ooh, that moved easily. Ooh. Bit of ivy in the way here. And what have we got? Well, that looks like... Is that what they used to put hay in to feed horses? Maybe they had a donkey here. Hold on. Those are batteries. I'm sure you're not supposed to feed horses on batteries. But anyway. Spare wood always comes in handy. There's more corrugated iron behind it. And the inside of this wall is planking. I thought it was just battening, but that's good to know. So I could probably just give that a good old hammer from the inside, and whatever nails are holding it in place probably give, and I can probably just collapse that end wall from inside, I would imagine, as long as the profusion of ivy doesn't hold it all in place. That's the door that I just came in, seems to have closed itself. And up there is what looks like it used to be a window, which means there's probably a load of glass on the floor. No, can't see any. But that is a concrete slab floor. And as we look up here, that's another doorway perhaps into whatever was on the other side. And as you can see, the tin roof has come off of that side. That's probably where the fire was. Okay. Well, that's all useful. Maybe I'll start destroying the other side first, seeing as this has actually got a decent roof on it. Maybe we can use it to store things like the generator. Ooh. Now this is the other side of the shed that I'm going to demolish. As you can see, it's in a pretty poor state. And all of this corrugated iron on the ground here, which has been, it's come off of this edge of it. There's no roof on this end. And then as we carry on down, we've got the chimney to the old boiler room. So that chimney is going to come down and the boiler room is going to be turned into a bathroom. So the boiler room, the bathroom boiler room finishes where that chimney is. So the left-hand side of the chimney is the left-hand side of the bathroom. So it's not particularly big. Going left from that chimney, it's the space underneath the lean-to, which tucks around behind. So I'm going to probably turn that into my workshop. All of that sort of raised loading bank area underneath the lean-to. No reason why that shouldn't be a workshop. Or storage for tools, or whatever. Just to the right of that toilet block, you can see what used to be a door that went from that sort of vestibule area into the garden here. But over time, the soil from the garden has crept up and it's now up to the bottom of that window, basically. The window on the left there. So that vestibule area has to be, the surrounding soil has to be dug out to give about a metre path around the back of that. And that should, the stone wall which is in there already, which is holding the soil back, that stone wall will then be able to dry out and that vestibule will be turned into a proper sort of second toilet and utilities area for washing. And if we do ventilation system, that's where it'll be housed as well. And back of the house, colombage barn over there in the distance. Current plan is to take all of that tin roof down, because that's just a lean-to, serves no purpose. We'll take all of that tin roof down, we'll take all of the slates off of the colombage barn, probably use that tin roof and the tin roof which is on this lean-to here, use all of that tin, corrugated iron, whatever, and put it on the colombage barn after we've harvested all those slates, and then we'll use those slates and put them above the bathroom and this lean-to area, and also that back roof of the new end, which is currently tiled. So that should be a good reuse of those old slates. And then as and when we decide what we're going to do with the colombage barn, we can take off the repurposed tin roof
and replace it with something that we like. Either slates, a nice shiny new tin roof, whatever. There we go. A few plans.
Just before I nip home, I figured I'd show you the attic. I've cut that hole in the roof and I'm going to poke the camera up there to take a quick video so that I can see, and you can see, what's up there. As you can see, plenty of daylight coming in through our shoddy roof. That's a tiled roof at the back. As we pan round, you can see a stack of tiles there in the distance and another stack of tiles, the king post supporting the ridge, the front roof, which is slates, and more tiles. Very, very strange. See you soon.